The most important thing to bring on stage in a new Romeo and Juliet, especially if you have so many great masterpieces and great productions around already, is that the message comes across. And for us it was really important that the storyline is based on the book. So we try to not really change many scenes or many dramaturgically things that are different in some ballets. So we really try to go by the storyline, and that makes the whole thing very interesting because you can get many artistic expressions out of an artist or of a dancer, and it leads you to different ways, and that's also very, very interesting to explore. I would say my vocabulary and the main focus of the choreography, first of all, I discussed with Ninou Polákovou when we decided to create this ballet and to do it together, that it is very traditional, that it is very classical. It has to be very classical and not a lot of contemporary movements in there. So that was a clear structure line for us. And then we also both decided that there is so many beautiful lifts and elements already out there in the ballet world, which are very dear to our heart because we both danced together many of these ballets. And so we're trying to take inspirations from these movements and steps and form it into something new. Sometimes we're really in love with it, so we're trying to take something out of it. But it's really interesting, and it's coming along very well. And I have to say, I think it's very difficult. So that's, I think, my vocabulary, or our vocabulary, I should say, is very demanding. I think Shakespeare's tragedy is really relevant nowadays as well because, first of all, it's an incredible love story. It's an incredible drama, which we know already since many, many years. And still up to this day, like, it's so important to love who you love and to be who you are. And I think you can learn a lot, even if, like, especially for the young generation, you know, like, I think we need to pass on, you know, what we have learned and experienced in a private life, but also in a professional life. I've been preparing this production with Ninou Polákovou since quite a long time. We have been talking already a year ago about this, and it wasn't really clear how to manage this and what's going to expect us also, you know. And then also we started talking with Júlia I about the costumes and the production, and very closely also with our dramaturg, to see like what we can do and how we can make a new production of Romeo and Juliet. And I think it's working really well because we have quite the same opinions, you know. Of course there's some discussions and arguments, but that's part of a team, you know. But it's really nice to see how this team works together and what we can produce and make on stage. The role as a choreographer is quite new for me. I mean, I have choreographed a few smaller pieces, but now it's the first time in a big company, in a big classical company, and also being on the other side of the studio. Usually as a dancer, you know, I'm part of the happening in the studio, but I think it's very interesting, and I also really, really appreciate the respect the dancers of the company have towards me. They really value my opinion, they listen to me, they do what I ask them, and they're working really hard, and I have to say the company is on a very, very good level at the moment. The most important message, I think, in this production is that it's about love, you know. So I think we should spread love, we should share love with the people, especially in such difficult times in the world. And I think I always go into the theater, I watch ballet because you can forget about what's happening outside. You know, you're sitting in the theater, you're watching a story, or you're watching beautiful artists perform, and I think you can just forget. And I want to make people come into the performance, look at it, and be like, wow, this was an incredible night, and I enjoyed it so much, and I want to come back to the ballet especially. The cooperation with the ballet members of the company here is incredible. I mean, they're just super eager to learn, very hardworking, and I think that the quality of the company has been going up every year. Every time I see them and I come back, I'm very impressed how much they can do and how good they're looking at the moment. It's internationally, you know, they could be on the same level as a big international company. My favorite musical part of the Prokofievov music, I mean, where should I start? It's an amazing score, you know. I mean, Romeo and Juliet is, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful scores out there. And I would definitely say that the passages of Romeo and Juliet are very, very dear to my heart. And I think my little secret favorite part is the death scene of Juliet in the end. It's really on top, and I think he really built the music structurally, and towards the end it's just, yeah, everyone understands, you know, not only choreographically but also in the music, everything makes sense.